Hey guys, this is Bull6. Welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at Asuka Kazama top 10 moves. One of the viewers requested it, and I wanted to just. It took me a little bit to compile this list because I'm not an Asuka main, so I had to research the character a bit more. I have gotten her to Yaksa, so this will have some of my own experiences together in the move list as well. But I have tried to be objective and done my research on this. If there is any move that you feel like I've missed or like should have been in the top 10, feel free to comment below. But yeah, let's get on with this. First move I'm going to put in the top 10 is it's the number 10. It's forward 4. It's holding high +3 on block, which can set up her magic 4 and her other plus frame moves as well. And then it's also a pretty easy combo pickup. And yeah, so it's a good combo pickup, easy combo pickup as well as homing, which is good for Asuka because she has tracking issues sometimes. So this comes in right at the right time, and this is our number 10 move. Number 9 is upward 3, and the good thing about this move is it's only -3, and it basically crushes most lows because it's an airborne moves. Obviously, it's not instant low crushing, but still, it does it pretty early in the startup frames of the move, and it's a very easy pickup. It's not a hard pickup either. You can easily see it confirmed, and then voila, and like it's not hard. It's not hard at all. And then it's as I said, counter hit launcher, low crushing, 20 frames, and it's only -3, so you can step afterwards as well, and you have so many options after that. So it's a very good move. Top 10, and it's number 9 on the list. And number 8 is down back 3. It's only -12, which is really good for some of the characters that have really good 13 frame punishers. So not a lot of most characters will only do like a while standing 4 on you for this. So this is very good. And also it has a very good crumple stun on counter hit, and on normal hit it's +4. So it also sets up some other like frame traps, like down forward 1, down forward 1 2 is natural on counter hit, and on other counter hits like magic 4, etc, etc. So it's a really good low. It's her best low, and this makes it to the list. Only low, by the way, that made it to the top 10 list, and this is the one, down back 3. And then we go on to number 7, which is magic 4. And the reason why it's there, it's a really fast magic 4. I could, if somebody argues to put it higher, I won't mind, but because Asuka is more of a, people are hesitant of pressing against Asuka because of the parry, so it's not as potent as some other characters where people would like to retaliate more, because Asuka has a parry, so people are more introspective of their buttons. So it's harder for an Asuka player to hit a magic 4 because of that reason at times, because you have threat of the parry, and a lot of people might not take their frames or disrespect you, and you really need people to disrespect you in order to get your magic 4s in. But it's still top notch, number 7 on the list, and it's a very easy pickup as well. See, like I just press forward 4 and it's an easy pickup. So not it's a great magic 4, easy pickup, 11 frame, not much more to ask. The fastest magic 4 in the game, like 11 frame is as fast as you can get. And that was our number 7. Number 6 is a forward 1+2, and this is usually power crushes don't make it into the list, but this one is quite, like, it's one of the most broken power crushes in the game. Even though it's the high, it's really fast, and it's a wall bounce. It does a lot of damage by itself, as you can see, but then it also wall bounces. So like Asuka players can get a lot of mileage out of it, and also it's hard. It's another one of the reasons why people wouldn't like to press against Asuka. As I said, you have parry, you have power crushes. Her defensive tools are top notch. She has so many things. So this is another one that's got going for him. High damage, fast power crush. It is a high. That's one reason why I didn't put it even higher. But that's also makes it a bit safe, and because it's fast, nobody's gonna duck it on reaction. The only time you're gonna get it ducked if you're predictable with this move, which is obviously an Achilles heel of most moves if you're predictable with them. And I'll go over to number 5 now, and 1+2 is my number 5, and it's very simple. It's a normal hit, just the 16, one of the fastest normal hit launches. It's just 16 frames, and the good thing about it is it's safe, and it doesn't have as bad of a range as like Leroy's back 1+2. If you do it from here, it won't connect. But her 1+2, if you see, like, she takes a bit of a step forward when she does it. See that step forward. So it doesn't have bad range either. So it can be really good. Like if you what's it called? Condition your opponent with lows, especially on Oki when people are expecting lows. This can be like a great move, and it is perfectly safe as well. So you're not doing a hard commitment, and you're getting a free launcher out of it. You'd lose your turn, but that's the sacrifice you can make. And then we go forward to number 4. Number 4 on the list is 4-4-3. The reason why I put this a bit higher, even though it's a 4-4 input, and it says it's not that fast, but it's still fast enough. But one thing is the range. The range is insane. Like if, especially because considering it's a forward move, the coverage is insane. It's one of those super mids, like King forward 1, Noctis forward 1+2, stuff like that. And this is another counter hit launcher, and really good coverage, good damage, and you see like the move itself does 30 damage obviously with rage and counter hit, but it's still going to do 25 damage without rage, which is pretty insane on counter hit. That is, it's a counter hit launcher, and it's safe. It's safe on block, and it's the same like the other ones as well, -9. So it's one of her best mids as well. It's one of the best mids in the game actually. It didn't make my top 10, but it's up there among the honorable mentions. And then we go into the number 3 move. Number three move that Asuka has is side step 3. If somebody says it's her best move, I won't argue either, because the evasion on this move is insane. Like, for example, this is one of the setups that I love the most, because people like to challenge off the up 4-3 on block, and side step 2 catches most people, like after a down forward 2, after an up 4-3, like a lot of things after on block, like people try to retaliate, side step 2 catches them, and it's a knockdown on normal hit as well. And the funny thing is, it's also a war splat because of that, like normal hit knockdown, and it's war splat as well. So it's a great move, safe, high evasion, and it's a mid, and it's a safe mid at that. So what more could he ask? Fast, safe, evasive mid. And then we go to the number 2 in the list, back 4. One of the best mid counter hit launchers in the game. Very decent range, not bad at all. But it has the cherry on the top on this move is, like, I feel this move is better than other moves of its like this. Like, for example, Katarina has a similar move, down forward 4, similar type of knee, and even Lucky Chloe has a similar type of knee. But this is better solely because of the fact that it's not just safe, it has very highly delayable follow-ups, which are punishable, but as I said, highly delayable. And if the second hit can, like, if you see your first hit, like they block the first hit and they try to like interrupt you or take their turn on the first back 4, the second and the third hit are counter hit confirmable, like Twitch counter hit, Twitch confirmable. So it's a great move, and it'll war splat as well. If that happens. So, and by itself, it's an amazing counter hit launcher with a very, very big launch out of it. So very good move, very good move. And then we go to the best move that I believe she has. I don't know if people would agree with me, but I believe this is her best move. Um, it can have a little bit of a tracking issue at times, but not too much. But the main thing is it's a 14 frame mid that almost instantly high crushes, has a delayable high, very delayable high, as you can see, and it's hit confirmable. Even on normal hit, it's hit confirmable. And it's 40 damage, like almost 40 damage without the rage and counter hit. Obviously, it will be lower. It's almost 40 damage, and it's a war splat. And it crushes hive almost immediately. What more could you ask from a move? Like this is the move I basically it's what I call a scrub killer as well. Like anybody, like people who have like really good anti Asuka probably will do better against this move, but this move is great. It got me to Yakuza easily. Like this move alone is so good and it's so busted. You can just see it connect, and you've bothered them enough with this move, and they're like, okay, I'm finally gonna hit, boom, counter hit launcher. Yeah, it's a high, but it's so highly delayable, and it's a counter hit launcher, and it's hit confirmable. It's an absurd move, and it's number one on the list. Now I'm going to quickly go through some honorable mention. Down forward 3 almost made the top 10 list, but obviously because it's a safe flip over move, like on the ground you can flip people over with it. It's kind of like if you think about it, like almost like a steel pedal. It doesn't counter hit launcher or anything. It's just a normal hit knockdown, and it's safe, so it's really good. And we have War Study 1 plus 2. I initially had it in my top 10, but I had to add forward 4 because you don't have to go into crouch to do it, and then it's plus. But this is still like almost made it to the top 10. But it's really good, especially off of forward 2, which is another, you can say it's an honorable mention just because of the cancelable property, and it sets up her full crouch mix. And another honorable mention in that one is forward, down, forward, full crouch down forward 2, which gives her absurd amount of damage. And this is Asuka plays one of their sneakiest and like most favorite mix-ups, like in order to like force something out of the opponent. It's just going into this is a full crouch low, and if you change your timing, if they press, they get counter hit launch. And after War Standing 2, you get a full launcher. It's like almost like a perfect electric without execution, but obviously it's a slow move and it comes out of crouch, so there's that little bit of limitation. Then we have forward 1. It's actually pretty down the totem list. I barely included it because I don't like the tracking on this move. Even with the forward input, its tracking sucks ass. And also it's not that fast either. It's a forward input and then it's a 23 frame move. It is plus on block, but with Asuka you don't need a plus on block game that much because you have a lot of good defensive options. You want your opponent to press, so you can bait them into doing stuff. With being this plus, like it basically goes against her game plan in my opinion. So it is good. It's still really good, and it makes the honorable mention. And it is a counter hit launcher, so not a bad move at all, plus as well. But yeah, barely makes the honorable mention. And then we go forward 2 plus 3. Her both Tsubaki make. I'm going to mention them because they are normal hit launches in a sense that if your opponent presses a punch here, they'll get launched, and it's neutral on block, so it is slow. But the fact is, like, if they punch you and you do this move, they'll get launched. It's like a Sabaki, but safe Sabaki, and it's the same with this as well. This one is a kick Sabaki, and it's same. It's safe on block. It's minus 9, but if somebody tries to kick you, you do this move. It's a launcher. You don't even need to counter hit with it. And counter hit actually doesn't give you a launcher, but that it'll give you a launcher on the Sabaki, on the parry. And then we go into back 3. Initially, I wanted to put it in the top 3 because this is such a one of those moves like panic. It's one of the best panic tools in the game, but again, like good players will punish this move. There are some characters that can't punish it, like Geese, etc. There are some characters that have trouble punishing it. Geese can, I think, punish it with forward 2, but it's really like there are really specific punishes with some of the characters, and they're still really hard to do. Even like there are times when even Gigas' down 2 didn't reach for me, like on tip range. And I've had that experience with it. So it is a very good move, but obviously being minus 19, it doesn't make the top 10 list. It's still an honorable mention. Another one I'd like to mention is the Can Can. This is another one of those panic tools. She has really good panic and defensive tools. By the way, she's supposed to be a defensive character for a reason. Like you have to be really careful pressing against this character because she has answers to pretty much everything on defense. So this is another one of those moves. Starts at 14 frames, pretty fast. And if you're doing an Aaron mid or a high or something, anything or a low, whatever. If this low connects on counter hit, it's a launcher, and it's hard to react and duck the second hit as well because it's so fast. But not a lot of players can do that, so this makes the honorable mention list. Then we have down two. I had a hard time looking at this move, like where should I put it? It does give you like a free forward two afterwards. So there's that. I don't know if you can pick it up for a launch. I've tried it, but it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does pick it up for a launch. It does pick it up, but the fact is this move is a bit linear for me to put it into the top 10. Like I've tested it, like it's quite linear. But this, considering that it can still pick it up for a launch, you can argue that this could be top 10. But there are other moves like I would put them ahead of this move. She has a lot of great moves, by the way. But yeah, this is down to, it's not that slow either, and it's -4 on block, but it forces crouch, so you can move around and impose yourself even with -4. And of course it has a counter hit launch pickup. Doesn't do a lot of damage on the pickup because it's the Devil Jin 1+4 pickup, but mainly you do get a combo out of it, so that's fine. And then you go forward 3. Just a quick mention. The reason why it's there is because it's a normal hit knockdown, 14 frame mid, and the crazy thing about it is it's not really 14 frame because there is a wind up, and if you don't do it, then it comes out at 14 frames. But the main thing is like if you charge it, you can get a unblockable out of it, and there's like a mind game whether I'm going to charge it or not, and some people will try to like press to hit you out of the key charge, hit you out of the charge animation, and they can get counter hit or knocked down by this, so it's really good. And then you go down 1+2. The only reason I'm mentioning it, even though it's launch punishable, it is a knockdown though, and it sometimes can be important. It's slightly reactable, but not too much. And the good thing is you get a forward 2 out of it, even on normal hit. So knockdown, a flip over move, like almost like 40 damage, about 40 damage on. So you go this, so it's doing 46 like this, so it's probably will do around 40 with that rage and counter hit turn on. It's really good damage. And then you go into down forward 2. Like pretty standard down forward 2, 15 frame launches. Doesn't launch on crouches, but still pretty good, decent enough tracking to the right, and that's her only 15 frame launcher, I believe. So it's really good, and has a decent combo afterwards too. Pretty good damage with and wall carries with the combo as well. And then you go down back 2. The only reason I've added it is because of the bit of the evasion this move has. This is one of those like situational moves. I mean, you can argue it doesn't even need to be in this list in the honorable mentions, but I'm just going to mention it anyway because it is a normal hit launcher, and it can take people by surprise if you do it once in a while, especially considering it has a really good high evasion. For like if you do this is one of Asuka players' favorite flowcharts. You do a down forward one. If they do a jab, if you want to be safe, you do this. If you want to take a risk, a bit more of a risk, you do down back 2 to launch them. So it's good. It's not bad. Then another honorable mention is 3-1. It's also like your 14 frame punish option. It is normal. It is a natural normal hit, but obviously with Asuka, if you want to punish, you usually will do the knockdown punish most of the time. even though it's less damage. But this is still an option for your 14 frame punishment, and also obviously you have better 14 frame Punisher than that. You have I think yeah, it's up forward one, up forward two. That's much more damage. But the fact is that this can also do like a 14 frame punish. But the main thing is the one is very highly delayable after that. Even though it's minus 11, I still wanted to mention it because it's still highly delayable, and it has a little bit of evasion because it's like down by one. Not too much. It has less evasion than that, but it's a little bit. There is a little bit evasion there. But the main thing is it's also like the second hit is a knockdown. So just wanted to mention this move. It's not bad to use either, so it's pretty decent. And the final move that I'm gonna mention, and it's actually one of her distinct, very unique moves that I don't think any other character has something like that. Like only one character has something like this, which is Dragunov, and it's the key charge tackle, and it's just crazy. This move is crazy. You even get a follow up afterwards. It's free damage. Because it's vulnerable, it doesn't make any higher or into the top 10 list because you are vulnerable doing this. You're usually gonna try and do it off of a combo setup. Like you don't do the ender after the screw, and if they get back up almost anyway, they will the key charge tackle will get them. But if they stay down, they can get up through you to launch you. So there is risk involved in this, but it is a very good move nonetheless. And this rounds off of our honorable mentions. And I think that's the list. And let me know if you enjoyed it and any other characters you want me to do. I will try them, but no promises because Tekken 8 was really close. So this takes a bit of research on my part, as like researching the moves and making sure that I'm objectively placing them. So yeah, this is Asuka Kazama and her top 10 moves. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.